Everybody and their mama know that Luffy, especially Gear 5 Luffy, is an extremely powerful character / transformation. And today we're watching Gear 5 Luffy versus all of anime. So now he's extremely powerful. He can drop off a lot of characters, not like the high tiers, obviously. Not Naruto. And yeah, let's check it out.
Luffy's strongest form so far. But what if you fought the most powerful anime characters like Naruto, Gojo, Eren Yeager, all the way down to Tanjiro from Demon Slayer? Can Luffy...
Okay, what? Okay, you lost me at Eren Yeager. Why is Eren there?
Gear 5 win? It won't be easy because Tanjiro has an ability that cancels one of Luffy's strongest powers.
What?
See, Tanjiro's strength can only break ribs, while Luffy can destroy an entire building with one attack.
Okay.
But one of Luffy's biggest advantages is useless against Tanjiro. Because while Luffy has a power called Observation Haki that can predict his enemies' moves, Tanjiro has the Selfless State ability, which completely hides his intentions, making it impossible for Luffy to predict his future.
Okay, for the purpose of this video, right? Let's just equalize the stats. All right. I was making a video talking about this, but let's just equalize the stats for enjoyment reasons. All right.
Things get much harder for Luffy because Tanjiro can use a move called Fake Rainbow to create multiple images of himself, meaning that Luffy won't know which version to attack. Despite these two skills, Tanjiro quickly gets into deadly trouble since he's only as fast as the speed of sound.
So she's talking. Okay, I was like, wait, so what's the point? But hit
the speed of light, making him 900.
Wait, y'all heard that? This is facts though. No, listen closely.
Fast as the speed of sound, while Luffy's been proven to almost hit the speed of light, making him 900,000.
Pure facts. And YouTubers are never wrong. For example, if I were to say Smoko Soul is your favorite character, it's true because Smoker does. And she knows what she's talking about. So that's just pure facts. He's almost the speed of light. Naruto is... Okay, let's not do this. All right,
times faster than Tanjiro. Even though Tanjiro has crazy endurance, it's only a matter of time before Luffy outspeeds him and lands a killing blow, making Luffy the winner of this fight. Next is Luffy versus Eren Yeager, who's much harder to defeat since his final boss form has power that Luffy can't do anything against. See, the only way Luffy stands a chance in this fight is if he uses his Bajrang gun attack to kill Eren before he transforms into a Titan. And if Luffy doesn't do this, it's game over for two major reasons. First, while Luffy is way stronger than Eren's human form and even his attack Titan form, Eren can turn into several other Titans that make things more even. The strongest is Eren's final boss form, the Founding Titan. This form is so strong and scary, it's called the Doomsday Titan, and its strongest ability is something Luffy can't handle since it can summon thousands of Titans to join the fight.
To be honest, I don't think Luffy could handle... Actually, if Conqueror's Haki does work, he could probably stop the rumbling, but without it, could he actually stop the rumbling? That's a great question, because if he tries to punch him, he's gonna burn himself. And he's like, Nika, it's hot. Or Nika, oops, my bad. So yeah, I don't know.
Luffy might be able to beat a couple hundred, but he has no powers that can fight off that many enemies. Even if he knows about the weak spot on Eren's neck, he has to get through an entire army of Titans.
Well, he can just jump over
once you add the fact that Luffy's Gear 5 ability has a time limit, there's no way he can win this fight. Next is Deku from My Hero.
Okay, losing to Eren Yeager is insane. Luffy definitely beats Eren Yeager, like, come on. But, like, I was saying, like, the rumbling itself, that'd be kind of difficult for him. But why is Deku right there?
Academia, and Luffy's first attack will be Conqueror's Haki.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
An ability that knocks out enemies with the strength of his willpower. But this won't harm Deku, who's known for his crazy mental strength. This dude literally breaks his own arms on purpose. Despite all this, Deku's at a massive disadvantage since Luffy has been training and fighting since he was a child, while Deku only recently got One for All's powers. Meaning that in a fight, Luffy can use his hand-to-hand combat skills as well as his light speed reflexes to avoid any of Deku's attacks. Even if Deku does land a powerful kick or punch, Luffy will barely easily get injured since his rubbery body can absorb the energy. Things get worse for Deku, because if we have Luffy's armament haki, which coats his body in protective energy, Deku's attacks will have even less effect. And once Luffy starts predicting attacks with his observation haki, Deku will be taken out quickly, making Luffy the winner. Now this is where things get interesting, because next, we're putting Luffy against one of the strongest...
Is that Griffith? Okay. I know nothing about, I almost said Bleach, about Berserk like that. I know that this dude right here clapped his enemy's, his wife right in front of him, which is insane. But I don't know, like, power-wise where he's at, so I'm not gonna have a take on this. Alright? I won't be that biased.
Anime villains.
So it is what it is.
This is a demon who can bend reality, teleport, and create entire black holes. I'm talking about Femto from Berserk, and Luffy's not ready for this fight. Since first, Femto is a deadly swordsman, and while geared by Luffy's armament haki normally cancels out sword attacks, it doesn't cover his entire body, meaning that a master swordsman can easily injure him by aiming for unprotected areas. But this is only 1% of Femto's powers, because he's got complete control of gravity and space.
Really?
So theoretically, he could create...
Also, people don't... One Piece fans, Blackbeard is not control over gravity, alright? Alright, let that be known. It's only Fujitora. Alright? It's not Blackbeard. He has darkness, not gravity. Some people still get that mixed up to this day. I don't know how. Because some people are saying, whoa, he's actually a... It makes Luffy a solar plus or something, or star level because... No. Or something like along those lines. Absolutely not.
Visible space traps around Luffy and then crush him with the weight of a black hole. Luffy can try to use observation haki to predict Femto's attacks and evade them, but this advantage disappears once you realize Femto can alter reality. So I doubt even Luffy's light speed reflexes would be fast enough to dodge these attacks. For anyone still out there who thinks Luffy can win this fight, Femto's ultimate ability is that his real body is in a totally separate dimension.
Interesting.
So even if Luffy damages this fake one, he's never actually gonna win the fight, which makes Femto the winner of this battle. Now, if we put Luffy against Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen...
You guys are not gonna like my take for this, right? But Gojo wins against Luffy for the main fight. Luffy can't hit him. I know some people are say, well, Malik, he has advanced armor, Ryu, whatever it's called. Brother, that cannot hit. For that to hit, you have to like I saw the example, and it wouldn't work for this. And even if he did hit him, reverse curse technique, he can just heal it. Hey, Luffy's kind of cooked. One purple, it's over. One domain expansion, it's also over. And that's just the hard cold truth. Luffy beats him in every other category. Like, I'm not going to deny that, but his hacks is kind of broken. By kind, I mean very OP.
The battle gets a little weird, since these guys are a really bad fit for each other. See, by turning on a power called Infinity, Gojo can't be touched, meaning that Luffy can punch and attack as much as he wants, but he'll never be able to hit Gojo. This is a huge problem because Luffy's Gear 5 form uses a ton of energy. If he can't win the fight within a certain time, he'll lose all his energy and look like this. Things are equally bad for Gojo because his most powerful attack doesn't work against Luffy. Normally, when Gojo uses the power Unlimited Void, he can trap enemies in an endless area of infinite knowledge.
It doesn't work?
This ability works by forcing unlimited information into the opponent's brain, causing them to be so completely overwhelmed their brain dies. Now, this technique always works, but Luffy has a chance here. Since he's so stupid, the information comes through one ear and goes out the other. So it's likely...
You know what I said about YouTubers being right? Yeah, absolutely not. Bro, what? That does it... Okay.
That Luffy is so dumb, the ability won't affect him. But beating Gojo's ultimate might not be enough, since Gojo has one more trick up his sleeve called Purple. This power is pure annihilation, because it'll attack Luffy with destructive waves of energy, and everything these waves touch will be ripped from existence. Luffy can apply as much armament haki as he wants, but it's unlikely he'll be able to survive more than...
No, my Apple logo goat! Why'd she show that? Okay, that was uncalled for.
One attack. So I think Gojo takes the win here. And from the strongest sorcerer to the strongest ninja, who wins in a fight between Luffy and Naruto?
So earlier in the video, right, she did say Luffy's barely the speed of light. And we know my glorious goats, my handsome blondie white knight, I don't know if he's even white, Naruto Uzumaki, right? He's being blitz. What can I say? Hey, she said it, not me.
So,
that's all I'm gonna say.
We gotta start by talking about Naruto's best attack against Luffy.
Rasen
Shadow
Shuriken.
Clones.
No, what? No, okay. Okay, I was saying Rasen Shuriken, but okay.
1,000 of them can be summoned, and by arming them all with shurikens, Luffy is suddenly in serious danger. He could try to use his Gatling gun ability to spray the clones, but there would be way too many of them.
Too many.
Meaning that Luffy would max take out a couple hundred. And since his armament hockey only protects certain parts of his body, 1,000 clones throwing shurikens at him would cause tons of injuries. Luffy's best move here would be to alter the properties of the surrounding air to allow him to run away on it. Yet that still wouldn't save him, because after Naruto becomes a god by unlocking Psychopath Sage Mode, he can chase Luffy down with his flying ability.
I agree, facts.
So Luffy's only chance of survival is to dodge, which, with his observation hockey, should be pretty easy, right? Well, Naruto can use a special fighting style that allows him to hit Luffy even if he dodges. And this is where things get deadly, because Naruto's truth-seeking balls can each destroy an entire forest. So if a couple of them hit Luffy, it's game over. But say Luffy somehow survives.
Okay, whoa. Oh, okay, wait. That information is so wrong, but in the picture she showed tailed beast bombs. It called truth-seeking orbs. Those are... That is not the same thing.
Hit Luffy, it's game over. But say Luffy somehow survives Naruto's balls. There's still one deadly power Naruto could use to end him.
What is that?
A sinister form called Baryon Mode. This killer transformation works by combining Naruto with this nine-tailed fox, creating a tremendous boost to reflexes, speed, and strength. In this form, all it takes is a single touch, and Naruto can drain Luffy's life force.
Tell me you haven't watched Boruto without telling me you haven't watched Boruto. It doesn't one hit, boom, it sucks you dry. That's not how that works. Okay. Imoto, or Ikimoto, whatever your name is, you gotta do a little bit more research, a tad bit more research. Alright.
With all these powers, Naruto is the clear winner of this fight.
But I do agree, Luffy does lose, so my go.
With one of the most unique characters in anime. This is Yabok from Bleach, a guy who goes by Your Majesty, Emperor of the Wandenreich, and is even called the father of an entire race of people. But his most important title shares the same name as his strongest ability, the Almighty. See, one of Gear 5 Luffy's best skills is the fact that he's unpredictable, but Yabok's Almighty ability handles this issue completely, allowing him to see every possible scenario at the same time, so he can choose the future that is most beneficial to him.
That's
no matter what Luffy might be planning, Yabok is already an infinite amount of steps ahead of him. To make things worse, Yabok doesn't actually need to fight Luffy to win. His soul distribution power gives him the unique ability of being able to approach Luffy and hide his true intention. This ability works by implanting a piece of Yabok's own soul into his opponent. Once inside, the enemy is healed of all physical, mental, and spiritual wounds.
That's what's up.
But hold on a second. Healing the enemy? This is supposed to be a fight. Well, that's the secret power of this ability. While Luffy is getting healed, the piece of Yabok's soul is actually absorbing Luffy's talents, knowledge, and skills, just like a parasite until there's nothing left. Dang, Luffy doesn't have any powers that can fight back, leaving Yabok as...
Okay, so Mr. Yabok, I thought it was U-Haul. He seems pretty OP. I've only briefly heard things about him from like different like scaling videos and that in the past. Like I knew he was like a broken character, but like that ability is kind of crazy. I cannot lie.
The obvious winner. So far, Luffy has faced opponents with crazy powers. But what would happen if he went against someone way more down to earth? Baki Hanma is an underground boxing champion.
The disrespect to Luffy is insane. She pretty much just said Luffy's so weak he has to go against a character from Baki.
champion and even earned the
That
honor
is
of being
wild.
called the world's strongest boy. When he was only 13 years old,
That is
he was
actually
able
insane.
to defeat 37 thugs by himself.
37
he also packs
thugs?
a punch
I
strong
did that when I
enough
was,
to send
like,
a
14.
350-pound man flying back 30 feet. Unfortunately, as powerful as Baki is, he's still restricted to the reality of being normal, while Luffy's strength is ever-growing thanks to his fantasy environment. Because of this, Gear 5 Luffy has way more strength than Baki could ever dream of having. In fact, even Luffy's base form would be able to beat Baki because his
Bro, his
immunity to
pre-time
punches and
skips
kicks makes
form
all of
was-
Baki's attacks pretty much harmless, meaning that we finally have another win for Gear 5
Okay,
Luffy.
I'm not gonna
And while
question that
Denji
so
from Chainsaw Man is possibly the strongest devil ever, he gets destroyed.
Bro, she's literally comparing Luffy to like fodder characters compared to like every other shonen. That is crazy. Chainsaw Man, bro.
By our rubbery friend.
I thought Baki
But
was
it's
bad.
not
Actually,
an
Baki's
easy
bad.
fight, because Denji has two powers that are OP. First, as long as he consumes blood, he's able to regenerate from any injury, basically making him immortal. Second, even if Luffy does manage to kill him, Denji can come back to life in perfect condition if the cord on his chest is pulled. So the big question is, how would Luffy beat an immortal enemy made of chainsaws?
Well, you
you
can
might think
beat
the
him.
chainsaws are a huge problem, but Gear 5 Luffy actually has a secret weapon: armament hockey. He can coat his arms and legs with this spiritual power and then block any attacks. Since hockey doesn't exist in Chainsaw Man, Denji's main power will be useless. But the fight isn't that simple. While Luffy has the upper hand by being able to dodge Denji and predict his moves with observation hockey,
Bro, the
he
speed
can't stay in his Gear 5
differences.
form forever. In chapter 1095 of One Piece's manga, Luffy can be seen getting worn out after using up all his stamina chasing Kizaru, causing Gear 5 to deactivate. This left him as
Oh.
nothing more than a rubber punching bag. Luckily for Luffy, just one
Yo,
of
why
his
is
Gear 5
she?
powers is enough.
Yo, why is she dogging on Luffy? Wait, whoa. Let me rephrase that. But why is she like downplaying Luffy like crazy? Like that is wild. If I was a major, because I'm a fan of One Piece, but if I was like a major diehard One Piece fan, I'd be fuming right now. I'd be like, you gotta change this information immediately. This is unacceptable. Like my name would be Peak Piece if that was the case. My name would be either Peak Piece, Crazy Elemental, or probably like Spedman. Probably those three specifically.
Enough to beat Denji,
Now, this
meaning
is
that if
insane.
he used something like the Gomu Gomu no Hydra attack, Denji would
And those are my
lose.
community members'
Now,
names,
Luffy's
by the
next
way.
opponent is kind of shocking, because it's a 4-year-old glob of slime? That's right, this is Rimuru Tempest
Why are you
from the
playing him
anime
against a
My
Rimuru?
Life as a
This is
Slime,
just death.
and he's way stronger than you might think. In fact, this will be the first time Luffy goes against someone who also has Haki. See, Rimura has a unique form called the Demon Lord's Haki, which
What?
works similarly to Conqueror's Haki, but instead of overpowering enemies, it kills the weaker Haki user. Luckily for Luffy,
Oh.
his willpower and Haki are strong enough to cancel this attack. But maybe evading this instant death is a bad thing, because Rimura is the literal definition of hacking the power system. This dude
Yeah, Rimura's
split a
OP.
universe in two with a flick of his wrist. Not only
I could
that,
do
but
that.
Luffy's top speed of almost hitting the speed of light is trash compared to the
She keeps saying almost the speed of light. Bro, that's insane. That's
fact that Rimura is several times faster than light, meaning that this slime can run circles around Luffy. Things get worse though, because one of Rimura's best abilities is
Rimura.
that his actual body lives inside an astral plane. There are multiple versions of Rimura, all in different universes, meaning
Right.
that even if Luffy kills this slime, Rimura can keep coming back until Luffy figures out a way to end all of Rimura's bodies. One of Rimura's best powers against Luffy is
there
a
another season I don't know
paralyzing
about?
gas. This gas is so deadly that one of Rimura's victims had to be censored in both the manga and anime.
Oh.
You might say this won't affect Luffy since he developed immunity to poison after fighting Magellan, a guy whose devil fruit gave him poison powers. But it actually depends.
So
if
he
this
still got
immunity only
poisoned
works against acid,
when he ate a
then the
fish.
gas will work.
Like
if
after-
Luffy's
I think
immunity
it's like 2
also
arcs after.
covers gases, he's safe from this attack. But that's where Rimura's ultimate ability comes in, one that will end the fight for good, because he can use a power called acceleration to slow down Luffy's perception of time. So while Luffy
Uh-oh.
is thinking everything is moving in slow motion, Rimura can easily walk up to him and slice him up with a sword. Luffy has faced some seriously insane opponents
Bro, these
so
are
far,
like-
but let's see what happens if he fights the
I'm over
strongest
failure.
villain in Jujutsu Kaisen. This guy is so powerful.
Okay, I brought this up before. Yes, I do think Luffy beats Sukuna, right? However, the world cutting slash, if it was to land, it's gonna kill Luffy. And I didn't bring it up before because why I say that, because it doesn't cut him directly. It cuts the space in which it's a one shot. It's a Duraneg. So if he's caught by that, shink in half, just like another person.
He's known as the King of Curses. Even scarier, he mutilates enemies till they're unrecognizable. I'm talking about Sukuna, the guy who's so strong, he can probably hold his own against One Punch Man for a bit. While Luffy is
Okay. Yeah, what? Alright.
been said to be close to the speed of light, Sukuna at only 15
Why she keep saying that?
Punch Man for a bit. While Luffy has been said to be close to the speed of light, Sukuna at only 15% of his strength was fast enough to attack someone and cut their arm off before they even noticed. Meaning that he can use a power called Cleave to slice Luffy in two before he even notices.
Alright guys, it's official. Luffy is slower than Sukuna, which means that Sukuna clears Luffy like it's not even close. So I mean, that's just pure facts. No, a normal cleave apparently just works on Luffy. It's over for him.
But if Luffy somehow manages to dodge at the last minute, Sukuna can use the leveled up version of this power called Spiderweb to target the entire area Luffy is in, making it impossible for Luffy to dodge. Unfortunately, Luffy is just outmatched, making Sukuna the winner. Now Luffy kinda got dogged on, so click.
Wait, that's what I said. Hey, the future sight rumors just might be true.
This video if you want to see him winning more fights.
But yo, was that Nami? He put a hole through it. Okay, anyways. Let me guys know your thoughts and opinions on this interesting video. You guys heard mine, so let me hear yours. Also, make sure to like and subscribe as well. I was trying to say that. Now I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.